Welcome to the Windows 10 channel. This is the Tech News Update. We are Tuesday, August 30th, 2016, and today we have in our Tech News Intel Kaby Lake processors, the seventh generation of processors that were announced earlier this year, are now rolling out to devices starting this September. And of course, in this new rollout, this new type of processor, promises increased performance, but mostly increased battery life for devices. We are more and more on mobile devices, so battery life is getting really important here. And improved graphics display, as more and more of these processors now include a graphics adapter. So that's going to be interesting to see these new devices and what they have to, show us in performance, and it's going to be interesting to look at. Well, Microsoft had to issue an apology. It seems that the Bing translator was mixing up Saudi Arabia for ISIS, and it got a lot of people mad. Now, Microsoft says they have fixed the problem, but they did have to issue an apology to Saudi Arabia and to all the people that were kind of offended by this. So, interesting bit of news here. You could see that, artificial intelligence in translation and so on is not perfect. Well, it seems that the European Commission says that Apple had some tax breaks from Ireland, which basically made Apple pay almost nothing in taxes, probably because they have factories there and maybe they had some kind of deal. They're, employing people and having people work. Yet, European Commission says it's illegal and that Apple has to pay 14.5 billion in taxes to Ireland. Now Apple replied, "There's no such law. We are looking at it, and there's nothing that can, make us pay that. You're, saying something that's not true, and that, our arrangement with Ireland was fair and quite all right, and we followed every rules." So it seems that this will probably go to court somehow, and millions will be wasted in fees for before some kind of settlement ever arrives eventually. Well, we now know that September 7th, next week, a little more than a week from now, will be the iPhone announcement. New iPhone 7 is about to be announced next week. Now, from rumors, it seems iPhone 7 won't have much more than iPhone 6, basically, which makes a lot of people think, well, lack of innovation once again from Apple. We should, according to rumors once again, have Apple Watch 2 announced and maybe a refresh of the new MacBook computers. They haven't been updated in quite a while, so I think a refresh is in order. And who knows, maybe a surprising announcement. One surprising thing that's happening for September 7th is Microsoft has been tweeting cryptic little messages that seem to hint something's going to happen on September 7th. But nobody knows what. And of course, we don't think there's going to be an announcement of any products, but I wouldn't be surprised that starting September 7th, to compete with Apple stuff, Microsoft will issue a set of new ads probably targeting Apple products. And in the past few weeks and months, Microsoft has been much more aggressive against Apple by issuing ads that say, for example, that the Surface Pro tablets are much better than iPads and the Surface Book computers much better than MacBooks. So it's going to be interesting to see if, I wouldn't be surprised. I think a new set of ads are going to appear. Well, a Linux ransomware is attacking web servers. If you're an IT professional, be careful. It seems what it does is it takes the files, deletes them from the server, sends them up to a bad guy server where they're encrypted, and you have to pay to get them back. Now, the bad guys, of course, threaten the webmasters and threaten the IT professionals there, saying, well, you got to pay. And what happens here is that they threaten not only to delete the files permanently, but also to look at the files and issue all the sensitive information that they might contain. So be careful out there. It's a bad world, and shows you that even Linux can be attacked by ransomware. And finally, yesterday we had the Outlook.com story where we were saying that there's a delay in the rollout of the new Outlook Mail. Now, we said early 2017, Microsoft replied back with another email saying, wait, that's not what we were saying, there's an error. Apparently, the rollout will be by the end of 2016. And what they're saying is that 90% of users are already on Outlook Mail, the new version. 10% are left. And they're having some kind of issue apparently with the calendar. And I think that's the thing. The last 10%, including me because I still haven't upgraded, are probably in a percentage of users that seem to have more of a use for the Outlook. So, I use Outlook.com for mail, but also it syncs the calendar, it syncs all sorts of things. And probably that's the reason why I'm part of the people that were not upgraded yet. So it seems that everybody that's not upgraded will be by the end of 2016. So this was the Tech News Update for Tuesday, August 30th, 2016. You enjoy our videos, please subscribe to our channel. You'll be informed when new videos are online. Give us thumbs up. If you enjoy live shows, today is live show day, 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, our 90-minute show where we answer your questions. And also at 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, we have Learn the Tech. Today's subject, history of Apple computers. So hopefully you enjoy our show and welcome back to our channel. Thank you so much for following us.